All right, diving in. Today, it's ancient Mesopotamia.
Oh, cool.
We've got a YouTube video from Captivating History. It's called Ancient Mesopotamia Explained. Sumerians, Assyrians, Persians, and Babylonians.
Catchy title.
Right. So, the goal here is to, give everyone a good overview. Mesopotamia, I mean, it's huge.
Cradle of civilization, they call it.
Yeah. Between the Tigris and Euphrates. Tons of history happened there.
So much to unpack.
Okay, so right off the bat, I was looking at the transcript for this video, and it starts with some French phrases.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, like out of nowhere. Maybe a transcription error or some editing quirk.
Good point. Reminds us that even the most official-looking sources, you gotta be critical.
Absolutely. Always double check.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's get back on track. Mesopotamia. The video focuses on 4 main civilizations, right?
Right. Sumerians, Assyrians, Persians, then Babylonians. Each one left a mark, for sure.
Okay, so Sumerians first. Cuneiform. That was their big thing, right?
Yeah, they invented it. I mean, think about that. Before that, it was all word of mouth. Stories, laws, history, all could be lost so easily.
Like one bad memory and poof, it's gone.
Exactly. Cuneiform changed that. Knowledge could be written down, shared, passed down. It's the basis of so much that came after, not just in Mesopotamia, but everywhere.
Wow, yeah. It's easy to take writing for granted. But the Sumerians, they weren't just about writing. They had those city-states. Uruk. Those were pretty advanced for their time.
Oh, definitely. Trade centers, religious hubs, some early urban planning going on there. Imagine, though, what it must have been like to live in a mud brick city.
I know. Totally different world. They probably had their own versions of the problems we have today.
Oh, for sure. Managing water, organizing labor. You need some kind of government to make a city work.
It's amazing how some things never change, huh? Okay, so next up, the Assyrians. Yeah, they were all about that military life, right?
Big time. They took what the Sumerians did, especially with writing, and used it to build this massive empire. They had iron weapons, siege tactics, and they knew how to organize an army.
Not exactly known for their gentleness, though, were they?
No, but they were effective, controlling that much territory. That takes serious skill, even if their methods weren't always ethical.
True. Different time, different rules, I guess.
Yeah.
So how did the Persians fit into all of this? They came after the Assyrians.
Yeah, and they built on what came before. They created an even bigger empire, but they were more about tolerance, you could say. They got that a stable empire needed cooperation, not just fear.
Smart. Makes sense, actually.
So they built roads, standardized weights and measures. They let local cultures do their thing, as long as they didn't mess with the overall power structure.
That was pretty clever. And Persepolis.
Yeah.
That was their capital, right?
Yeah.
I've seen pictures. It's stunning.
Oh, yeah. Persepolis was a statement. It showed off their wealth and power. The ruins today, they still give you a sense of how grand it must have been.
Okay, last but not least, the Babylonians. They were all about law and culture. Their hanging gardens were one of the wonders of the ancient world, weren't they?
That's the thing, though. We don't even know for sure if those gardens existed or where they were. Lots of debate about that.
Huh. So it's more of a legend then.
Maybe. But what we do know is the Babylonians, especially under Hammurabi, developed a really advanced legal code. And it wasn't some secret thing. It was carved on a big stone for everyone to see. It was about trying to create a just society.
That's really interesting. From cuneiform to empires to law codes. It's crazy how each civilization built on what came before it.
Totally. And it makes you think, right? Some of the challenges these ancient societies faced, we're still dealing with them today. Resources, laws, keeping things stable when everyone's different.
Yeah, it's like the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Exactly. Mesopotamia. It's a window into the past, but it also reflects so much about who we are now.
Totally. So if anyone wants to go deeper on this, definitely check out the full YouTube video. There's a lot more there.
Visuals are great, too.
Oh, yeah. And if you really want to nerd out, there's a book called Ancient Mesopotamia, Portrait of a Dead Civilization. It goes into way more detail.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, here's a thought. If you had a time machine, which Mesopotamian civilization would you visit? And why? Let us know. Thanks for joining the deep dive.
Catch you next time.